Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's well and okay. And welcome to General Morning Chit Chat. So I'm doing this right now. Now, today's General Morning Chit Chat, I'd like to touch upon anxiety. Now, anxiety can be mild, it can be severe. Every single person in the world will suffer from anxiety at some point. In my opinion, it's just part of humanity. I'd be very, very surprised if someone commented on this video and said, I've never suffered from anxiety. Because you just may have a very, very mild form of it. Now, my experience with anxiety goes a long, long way. And I still suffer from anxiety even today. Now, I've spoke about phobias. There's the battle with the phobias I suffer from. That can cause anxiety. Also, things that happened in childhood could have also caused my anxiety. Sorry about Sammy's tail. She's on the phone right now. I said she might be very vocal. Yeah, my anxiety from childhood. With my mum, she was a single parent for a long time before she met my dad, my stepdad. So she was raising 3 children by herself. And my mum didn't have much money. We were good children, really. We never asked for this, that and the other. So growing up, she managed to do Christmas and everything. You know, she got us Christmas presents. But it was a struggle for her. It really was. And so we asked for nothing as children growing up. So my clothes was sort of like all hand-me-downs from my sister. So it was hard for me, poor mum. So that's why we never asked for anything. So going to school, it was the cheapest shoes she could buy. Now, primary school wasn't so much of a problem. It's when it came to us going to high school. Which was the problem. Because same as that, it was always the cheapest shoes. Now, I had friends at school who had the big makes. And you may have heard of them. Whether they're still around, they probably are still around. But things like Adidas, Kickers, that sort of thing, they all had those, but me. And so, because children get to know you pretty quickly, they're observant and all that. So I was bullied for many number of reasons, including that. So that may have brought along the anxiety. I do suffer from social anxiety. I'm not going to lie to you. Doing these videos for you, I was nervous about doing it, but I thought I'd try it as something else. So meeting people, especially meeting people I don't know, is hard for me. Meeting new people. Even talking to people on the phone, which I have to do an awful lot when it concerns Richard, his appointments. Me caring for Richard has put a lease of life on me where I've had to be independent, and I've had to do things because I'm caring for my Richard, you know, and it's a big responsibility, even though he is my husband and I love him dearly. He really is really hard work, but so I have to overcome my anxiety. I have to be a stronger person to deal in situations that's beyond me. Now, a lot of people suffer from anxiety. I'm not just going to make this about me, okay? But there's a lot of people, since the pandemic happened, have been afraid of going out, and they still are. A lot of people. It's really, really affected people in such a big way, the pandemic. And the pandemic gets blamed for an awful lot of setback in our country and all countries all over the world. It's a big, it is responsible for a lot of things. Like, look at the Olympics. They still classed it as Olympics. What was it? Olympics 22. And we were in 2023. And that was confusing. Or was it Olympics? Oh, I don't know. I can't remember now, but I remember my mum saying that's wrong because it's not that. But I know the Olympics is it every 4 years? The Olympics. So everything was, whether it was the strain of it. So, anxiety. Now, the symptoms of anxiety, for those who suffer really severe with it, and I am sorry, you do, it can be a really rapidly beating heart. It may be sweat perspiring going down your face and your body. There's many symptoms of anxiety. Your breathing quickens. Anxiety can also have the opposite impact. It can cause severe fatigue. Look at that tail. Oh, she won't stay on, Mummy. Saying hello to everybody. Hey. Now, anxiety, I think, is a little bit different from being stressed. Everybody suffers from stress just the same. And if you're a person who's stressed and anxious, it can cause a great big impact. Hello, my little girl. Now, there's a lot of situations in life that can cause anxiety. And I've seen it. I've been there. Now, I'm going to use my sister as an example, as I'm sure she'll not mind. She doesn't watch my channel. She's not subscribed to my channel, though I have told her about it. Now, my sister, my poor sister, a very traumatic event happened in her life. My sister, very, very sadly, gave birth to a baby that was stillborn. And so the impact of that, when she did get pregnant again with my lovely niece, that caused her anxiety throughout her pregnancy, because she really, really wanted this baby, and when you, I suppose, if you're having a baby, for most people it probably does cause anxiety, because you're so frightened that something will go wrong if something goes wrong. So that caused anxiety, and it still causes anxiety today with my sister around my niece, even though she's here, and it was a great birth. With her child, it still causes my sister anxiety, and I know this because my sister's extremely protective over her daughter. Extremely protective. And I understand it must be from what happened from her first pregnancy. It was the saddest time we'd ever experienced, ever, I'd say, as a family. I mean, I hadn't even met Richard then when that happened, and it was awful. It really was. But then came my niece, so it sort of helped my sister in other ways. So sometimes a traumatic event, it can be anxiety, and it can be called PTSD, which is post-stress, post-traumatic stress disorder. So it could have been a mixture of those. Something may happen in your life. Like I watch crime all the time. All the time I watch crime. On the TV. And when someone's arrested, for such a heinous crime, especially if they've not done it, well, that you see it happening all the time, don't you? The anxiety they must feel. Going for a job interview. You're looking for work and you get granted that interview. I've been to several myself. And, the feelings when you go to that workplace and you're really hoping to impress that person who's going to interview you. It's not a very nice feeling, because you're under so much pressure, because you really, really do want that job, that position. And sometimes you have to be more than you are. You have to act confident. I mean, that's how the last job I got, I was so nervous going for that interview. I really was. And when I got it, I was over the moon. Sometimes you're waiting for something. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've been for interviews and I didn't get the position. And I was waiting and waiting and waiting, and it's such a blow when you don't get that position. It's going on to 20 minutes now, so I'm going to leave it there now. There's also other things, such as going for an operation, a big major operation, or I mean, going to the dentist. I hated going to the dentist. But I used to go. When I say used to, I'm still waiting on an appointment to be seen. The dentist currently are struggling to get an NHS dental practitioner. So it's all a waiting game to hear something. So I don't know what's going on. It has to be, it looks like the ball on my court to see what's going on. Annoyingly. Same as everything else, isn't it? So, anxiety to help me cope with anxiety is I do like a breathing technique where I breathe in and I breathe out. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And that does help with my anxiety. Now there's possibly your own way of dealing with anxiety as well. But for those struggling from anxiety, that does help me if you'd like to practice. Okay, so you breathe in and you shut your eyes while you do it, and then you exhale slowly. Okay. And a lot of people who do struggle with anxiety don't leave the house and is escorted by someone outside. Going outside can be such a big thing. Even going to a restaurant can be a struggle. There is things on the internet that can support with anxiety. If you suffer with severe anxiety, then maybe get an appointment with a doctor and tell them how you do suffer from anxiety. I'm sure they will refer you to maybe a therapist that deals with cognitive, something to do with your cognitive behaviour, okay? Because I've been through that too, cognitive behaviour, to help with stress and anxiety as well. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. It's gone to 22 minutes, 23. Okay, so please, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and a subscription. As always, it does mean so much. Thank you to my current subscribers and hopefully future subscribers, as you will all be amazing. Please take care and enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you're doing. And I've not had any breakfast at all. I might just wait till lunch now because it is going on to 11 o'clock. So breakfast is probably pointless now. It's nearly over, isn't it? So please take care and I'll see you later for lunchtime with me. Okay, bye.